Great. Hey, how's it going, Mr.
Hey, how you
Mike
doing, Sonny?
Hargrove?
All
For
right.
my special guest, this is another Sonny's new edition of Reaching for the Stars, and I have a beautiful guest with me today, one of the producers and also someone within the movie and so forth, Frank Chase, in the Streets of Harlem, which is my hometown as well. I lived in Harlem for quite a while. I'm sure you're from Warsaw, right?
Yes, I live in
In
Harlem
terms
for
of
a while.
what. So
So
I heard so many good things because some of the people that you know, of course, I know as well, and the production, what you're doing from city to city in different states and just in the region of Harlem of coming up. How did you? What made you come to part in terms of this type of filming?
I mean, I was writing as a musical at first,
Okay.
and I started with local artists here in New York, and we was just gonna do a musical different from most movies that you see, like if Harlem movies or different hip hop gangster movies.
Right.
So the movie started trending through New York City,
Right.
and it got down to Simon Rosen, which is my music attorney, and he's actually a music supervisor on the film.
Okay.
And he one of Rashard Gray that works for Empire. Well, he's one of the actors on Empire that plays High King.
Fantastic.
So he heard about my writing. He wanted me to write for Empire. So he came to New York to meet me.
Right.
And I pitched my movie to him, Frank Chase in the Streets of Harlem.
Right.
And it took off from there.
Took off from there in terms of now for the production time for from the time that from your starting in terms of do you see this done within? I know because you're still in process of getting the movie.
Yeah, we're in development right now. We're
Right.
actually in the process of merging with a second production company in Los Angeles right now.
Okay.
The film is actually going to be shot in 70 millimeter, which is going to be the first African American film that's shot in the 70 millimeter.
Okay.
Which they usually do that with Star Wars, Harry Potter, those type of movies are shot in 70 millimeter IMAX film. So the way this movie is going to be an international film released worldwide, so
Right.
it's actually going to be shot in 70 millimeter.
Okay, look at that, and also within for them putting it out in terms of are you this not well, you don't have to right now. It's not in terms of a shopping. Are you guys are no longer shopping? This is something that you're putting out. Is this still going through the film festival or?
Oh, well, I mean, we went through what's the Santa Monica film market,
Right.
and it was we're still in pre-production. We're getting development now.
Okay.
But as we presented it to the Santa Monica film market out there, it actually was the top film the Hollywood producers was looking at.
Right.
In Santa Monica.
Right.
And so that sparked interest of a lot of distributions, distributors,
Right.
through Europe, through the world. I mean, we have a ton of them. So I mean, so it's just now going through the process of selecting the best deal. We actually getting out time. We got a lot of major stars in it, so we had to work around their tour dates and everything. We should start
Right.
filming within July, August of this year.
Right.
The movie will be released in 2017.
2017, which is really that's right around the corner.
Yeah.
If you think about it, just to have a year in terms of work and with all the actors that you have inside there. I mean, I saw from Ice-T to Fat Joe to Remy Ma to Papoose to I mean, just so many superb rappers, people in the music industry that's going to give this a taste. In terms of what would you say in terms of the type of characters that's profound towards the movie itself? Are we giving them more of a, is it more ratchet? Is it a film that's going to be more on the violence level? Is it showing more drugs? What are we giving more in terms of the film?
I mean, you're gonna have excitement. I mean, this film, I mean, Mission Impossible meets Boys in the Hood.
Wow.
I mean, it's I mean, the characters is not people that you would normally see every day.
Right.
And it's kind of animated, but it's exciting.
Right.
And it's telling a story through music and pop, R&B, hip hop,
Okay.
and K-pop. We got the Asian triads and stuff is in the movie. The Italians is in the movie. So
Right.
we bringing together. Michael Rappaport actually is supposed to be coming on, and we just bringing together because New York and Harlem is a melting pot, man.
Absolutely.
Everybody
Absolutely.
of all cultures are all different things that you will find in the city of New York and in Harlem.
Right.
So I mean, I put it together into a musical, into a movie,
Which is fantastic.
and I mean, it's just been out of sight so far.
Fantastic. All right, now also within terms of, like you said, being that it's a musical and you have all these top actors, people that's in music,
Yeah.
do you see yourself in reference towards when they do arrangement of a soundtrack?
Actually, yes, we're doing a soundtrack.
Right.
We're actually setting up a tour with Miami Mike and Terry Elliott, which he is the founder of Kings of Diamonds down
Actually, I heard of it, right?
in Miami.
Right.
So we took a lot of those guys on into the movie. Actually, Soulja Boy,
Right.
I Heart Memphis, and Trina
Right.
is coming on board. So we actually will be doing a tour starting there. So I mean, we're
sky's the limit after
Yeah,
that. You figure
you know,
from every
so-
state in LA.
Yeah,
And
absolutely.
I also saw in reference that, because you just actually got back from Atlanta. You was down in Atlanta
Yeah,
as
yes.
well. So you're doing, is it going to be some filming experts? I mean, I guess because that's a lot of the film industry is down there.
Yeah, well, I mean, we one of Clifton Powers is
Right.
played in Ray. I mean,
Very
pretty much,
exciting. Love Clifton
yeah,
Powell.
he's one of the producers on
Right.
the film, so he's based really in Atlanta,
Okay.
in that area. So we have meetings down there, which actually trying to have this multimedia fund, which is multimedia fund is a huge fund where they pushed $200 million on the fund. Tyler Perry, John Singleton, a lot of the black filmmakers,
Right.
and this is a multimedia fund. So we do a lot of
It's networking.
networking with them. So yeah, so Cliff is down there, and he's doing his thing and bringing
good.
people on for us with the Frank Chase movie.
Wow, and it's bringing so many different, like you said, nationalities down to different people in music, different actors from all different parts of the states that's coming in aboard. And you got a project that's outspoken. I give it to you because I like the point that you sat there, you thought of it as a musical, and then it became a lifestyle a movie in terms of events of what people's everyday lifestyles, what their goals, their ups and downs. When I read a little bit about the script, I was very amused in the sense of I see a plot, like you said, it has a criminal effect to a certain degree. You got people that's grimy. You got people that's also that's from the heart, that's trying to show the next person how to come up.
That's right.
Then I mean, it's in all aspects of a movie to give them a little bit of everything to make children aware of what's the everyday lifestyles of coming up and trying to make it in the world without either doing something illegal or doing something like positive that and you have positive role models that's with you. And I applaud you, Mr. Mike Hargrove. But and you've been in business. Can you give a couple more projects that you have done before this, Mr. Hargrove?
I mean, this is my first movie.
Okay.
I done, but I mean, as far as music, I do a lot of writing and producing in New York. I actually wrote a song for Cougar Town.
Okay.
I do a vampires tour.
wow.
Usually in October, I dress up like a vampire.
That's exciting. Well, I do a lot. I was in the zombie series for cable show.
Yeah, I saw that.
For
I saw
quite a
that.
while.
Yeah,
Yeah, and it did very fantastic. Zombie
Yeah.
Hunters series. We're actually up to series 17 right now.
Okay.
And I mean, did really, really well. I love horror.
All right.
And
Yeah, me too.
it's just something about horror that if you can get a horror with what I would like to do at a later date is come out with a horror with a sort of a musical type effect and give it more of
If
a
you
lot.
watch Frank Chase, you're gonna get some of that.
Oh, you're gonna get some of that as well?
It's also
That's
I
fantastic.
mean, because you got oh man, and because it's the distributors, they liked it so much,
Right.
they already had me writing the sequel to Frank Chase and the Streets of Harlem.
Look at that.
So
Right.
the sequel is pretty much it's Frank Chase and the Streets of Harlem,
Right.
The Undertaker.
Look at that.
And-
That's gonna be the turn of the twist.
It's turning the
Twist.
twist. So the
Oh, man.
Undertaker is,
Right.
I mean,
That's
it's
great.
different.
And see, if you know the Undertaker, like I know from WWF, that was the guy that held the bottle.
Yeah.
It was just so, grisly. Yeah.
It'll be a twist in Harlem with the Undertaker.
Absolutely.
I mean, coming in. I mean, it's just giving people something different they haven't seen.
Right.
Because when people look at hip hop, they think, like you say, it's all drugs and gangster, and I mean, but it's a lot of different things that hip hop and music cover. I mean, it's not just one. I mean, yeah, of course that we entertained by that. I mean, it's entertainment, but I mean, there's a lot of things. I mean, you can have a lot of fun with hip hop and music and make a lot of different actions and different.
Right. I think
entertains,
you
you know?
have to. What I like about now in terms of, and I'm just talking about people of color, just in terms of anybody, in terms of the way the movie situation, in terms of how they turned and how we're giving back in terms of doing different projects and showing different things. You want to run out of the point of routine. That's basically what I'm trying to go with it. I think that you should give it more of a twist. You should give something that's positive as well. There's nothing wrong with a little criminal horror, whatever the case may be, as long as your effect is to show people that you're giving back to the community and give them something worthy for going out and spending their honest dollar to watch the movie. Because we have people that's a lot of people that go out that they of course the black market. Not taking anything from people that has to sell to make their extra dollar to make something, but we have to understand that a movie itself. Get out there, purchase this man's movie when it does come out. Show them the love of a respectable man that came up within the hood, knows all about the hood, and is giving back by giving several actors, all types of music people, the direction of coming in and giving their profound. Not only that, you could be making a star, because a lot of these people didn't have the chance and the effect to come out to be in that actual part. And just to go about it, you're playing actually, you're in one of the scenes as well. Is that correct?
I'm oh boy.
I don't mean to blow your spot out, but I could have sworn I saw something.
They're pushing me so much to be in that scene.
Right.
I'm like, it's so many stars that I feel they can do it a lot better than me.
Right.
But I mean, we'll see how it goes.
Right. Just as you go along, you'll make up your mind.
We have a major casting coming up soon. I think it's in April.
Right.
So I mean, we'll do the reading. Everybody will get their place. Ice T. We bringing in. It's a surprise, but we bringing in actually more major heavy hitters. Oh, wow. So I'm gonna wait until we.
I saw the listing.
Lock those.
Right. You're locking in somebody. I saw from Capadon. I mean, you're trying to lock.
Capadon's locked in.
He's locked in already. Okay.
Capadon is locked in.
Okay.
We got a long list that's locked in already. And it's crazy because when a Little Scrappy, when I called him, he was
loving hip hop.
Yeah, loving hip hop.
Right.
He's like, I'm out in Houston, man, and I see the logo, Frank Chase and Streets of Harlem, and when I got the call for me to be part of it, he's like, I jumped on it right away.
Right.
He said because it's took a life of its own for us in our in our culture and stuff like that.
Absolutely. So, this is what we right now. This is the right time to drop it. Of course, like from watching the episodes of Empire and seeing exactly where the music industry, how people have, and from the struggling part of it to making. You want to make a difference in the world.
Absolutely.
And I like the point that where, in terms of a Harlem native as yourself, you're sitting there, you're writing. We all saw from the time of when Spike Lee started, of all the people that he put in, from Denzel Washington to Wesley Snipes. I watched a lot of those stars become stars in themselves. That we got Denzel that walked away with the Oscar, which was a beautiful thing. And speaking of the Oscars, it's nice to see that they're looking to go a different way with that.
Absolutely.
Right, and I'm sure your input of what you do. I think that we just need more of a majority of the people themselves that's doing these type of shows. We can't blame. What I'm saying is that you can't blame the Oscars. You have to put forth. Somebody has to put their word in and make sure that we're being heard as well as the next man.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I don't feel anything should be in terms of a color barrier. First,
you got to. I mean, I was watching Jada Pinkett, and I was watching following a lot of the news reports on it. And I mean, like I say, they put out 350 movies a year.
Right.
And 15 of them are from African Americans. So you don't have a wide range of movies to choose from when it comes to Oscar nominations or whatever. So I mean, you have to.
That's a good point.
Yeah, we have to get together. I mean, put out more films. Put out good films that we want to see, and people, because we know we make up 16% of the population.
Absolutely.
So we can do it. And
I think it also comes down to it, and I'm pretty sure you're going to agree with me on this. I think in reference to what you just stated, 350 movies or so is put out per year. We're you're saying that we're at 15.
15 we put out.
To me, that's showing right there in terms of that majority. Is that to me that might be budget. It may not be the budget for everyone to go out and put in within that year. They may be going towards the next year and doesn't come out in time.
Yeah.
I'm just saying in terms of the time period could play a part with the budget. And I think also what it needs to be is that we have to have more distributors that's getting that movie out for that year to come.
Absolutely.
I think if you
I mean, it follows like Straight Outta Compton, hopefully Frank Chase, and then that opens up the doors for
absolutely
hopefully for a lot of other distributors to look at these, because when we went to the film market in Santa Monica, I mean, they looked at it, and I mean, right now we got European investors looking at it, Chinese investors looking at it, and hip hop is selling worldwide. No matter where you go at, I don't care what part of the world the globe you go at. I mean, the youth and the kids are going through hip hop, and they want to hear your stories, and they want to they like something different.
Absolutely.
So I mean, it's out there. I mean, we just got to be creative with our own minds.
And I mean, from seeing how from Russell Simmons to all when they were bringing out the first black. I'm talking about the '90 era of when all blacks came up upon in terms of hip hop and bringing certain society type films and music to the soundtracks and giving it a little bit of flavor. I think that's all. See, that's open doors for us, and I just think we need to go a little bit further.
So we all working. I mean, we all working together. I mean, because my team is made up of everybody.
Oh, I'm sure. I'm sure.
And and the thing is out there, just to make the best product possible. And once we develop the best product and we get what you need, you present it to distributors. It's not. I mean, it's hard to get to that point, because of course you're going to need people on your team. You're going to need good people behind. You're going to need money. You're going to need certain things to get that. But once you get to that point, you present a great project to distributors. It's about the money with them. If they see a great project, they don't see color, they see green.
They see green. And promotional value and word of mouth, gift for gab, everything of that comes to part. And like you said, with the right people backing you.
I mean, the right people just work hard and just bring something creative to the table. Don't worry about the color of people or whatever it is.
No, that shouldn't. I don't think that like you said, that shouldn't even come to part. I like also that you're giving. You're opening a lot of jobs and so forth for people to come in and giving them a chance to make some money in the process. And you're giving also. And again, a lot of. I'm not taking anything from the old school guys that you have inside there in terms of the rappers and so forth. I like the point that we're giving back flavor towards the older rappers that come in on top of the news. I think that's that's really good. I mean, when I saw Cop It Down, I was like, I'm a big Wu-Tang fan.
Yeah. Absolutely. I mean, because that's what I mean. With this film, you have kids that's trying to come up in the game. So I mean, I got everybody giving it a fair shot. Even my crew here now. I mean, the production company. They've been in the film company for 20 years.
Wow.
And when they came, when we was going to do a trailer, and they brought them on as interns to learn the movie business. And so they're here following me to my Snapper James Hargrove.
Come on up, Snapper. Yes, got to let's introduce Snapper up in terms of, because I think that's important. To give you, I'm Sonny, of course. Of course, Michael has told a lot about you.
My cousin. My cousin.
Come on over. Come on up, guy. Just stop it for 1 second and put it in. This is one of the other film people that we're very happy to have in terms of within our business, and that's a great thing. Have a seat, guys, and I want to hear a little bit more of your function in reference towards what's Mike teaching you and so forth. I'm just trying to give me 1 second. A piece of my mic I think fell off. I didn't mean to get up right in the middle of the show, but I'm just glad to have you guys aboard, because I've been talking to Michael for a little bit over a week in reference towards this, and the people in the projects that I've spoke to up in Harlem, and a lot of people has heard. Were you actually starting the actual film in part of it, just to give them is it a place that they can go? Are you still taking people in terms of actors?
Yeah, I mean, the website will be up real soon. You can go to Frank Chase in the Streets of Harlem.
Okay.
I mean, you can just Google it.
Okay.
And you'll find the website. And actually, we'll have the date for casting in New York. We're gonna have a casting agency out here in New York. Also in Miami. Also in LA. So we'll be casting in three states.
Okay.
On top of the people that we have. So because we want to give everybody, the best. Try to get the best and try to get
And is there a website that they can go and check the actual dates of the casting? Do we have the casting dates set yet? Or
the casting dates is not set yet.
Okay.
I mean, it will. Like I said, you can go on Frank Chase and Streets of Harlem, find the website, or just Google it. It'll pop up.
Okay.
Or you can go on my Facebook, Michael Hargrove, or the Frank Chase and Streets of Harlem Facebook page.
Right.
And you'll find out the casting dates in your city, New York or Miami or LA.
Look at that. And I mean, this is the thing. What is your next big now in terms of right now of preparing for? I guess within the point of the actual filming, are you in process now where you're gonna let's say like within the next week or so or something that you have set up? Are you already setting up within this particular state that I'll be doing my casting here? Is that already within preliminary?
Well, we're working with Elegant Entertainment down in Miami.
Right.
So she's the casting director.
Okay.
And I mean, once we figure out like venues, we're gonna and the casting agencies up here, we connect with each other, and then I guess they'll come up with the dates or what I'll let people know, or they'll put it out.
Right. Oh man, fantastic! We got so much to talk about, and I appreciate these gentlemen coming up. Your film crew. I just wanted to give them a chance to give in terms. You can go back. Appreciate it. No, I'm looking forward to you guys. I'm gonna come on set because Frank already said he's gonna invite me up, so I'm looking forward to that. You know, to come up and see me in terms of. But it's definitely been a pleasure having you guys. I just now my thing going forward. I think what I'll do, I would like you to give them in terms of, like you said, what is your main website that somebody can go and see in reference towards on Frank Chase, just to stay on top of it.
I mean, Michael Hargrove. I can go on Facebook. Michael Hargrove. Frank Chase and Streets of Harlem Facebook page. You can just Frank Chase and Streets of Harlem on the website.
All right. And they can look up Michael Hargrove. That's Hargrove. And it's been such a pleasure to see. I can't wait. I'm so excited about the movie, man. I've been telling my peers uptown from Harlem. They said, yeah, we heard so much, and I mean, you have started a trend where it's going through. How about in terms of this is, you know, what'll be a great, and I thought of this. How about in reference to, are you okay with people coming in that maybe a clothing line showing within your film, giving props towards? I don't know if you went towards that aspect as yet. I'm just asking.
I mean, I mean, with the sponsorship, like Howard Whitfield, we actually working with NASCAR.
Okay.
Out in Houston, Texas.
Right.
So I mean, he'll be overseeing a lot of that sponsors. I mean, for us clothing line.
Yes.
Because
liquor companies as well.
Liquor companies, everything. I mean, so I mean, if anybody have something there.
I got a guy, Kamani Ice. I would definitely say his liquor is unbelievable. His name is Frank Kamani Ice, and I'm going to bring him actually on my show next. And I told him a little bit about.
Okay, so yeah, we definitely can work here. We connect and we can see how we can go. I mean, if you have, because I mean, not only Frank Chase Street, it's a trend. I mean, we want to have styles. We even when you watch the film, the way 70mm, the way we creating it, it's style. I mean, it's a lot of trends. It's clothing. It's a lot of different things that will be displayed.
Exactly. Absolutely.
Yeah.
But I mean, just to get you down tonight, and I see that you have a foot type injury.
Yeah, I mean,
I really appreciate. I mean, this man came down with an injury to do the show, and I'm more than blessed actually to have you, Mike.
Yeah.
We're going to be what you call it. I'm looking forward to also doing more. We're going to give me 1 second. I think we're going to get in terms of the critics together. Is it and you don't have anything? Did you also put together in reference towards a site? For like, is there any scenes up as yet?
No, not as yet. We'll start shooting a trailer in sometime in April and May.
Okay, got you. So we'll get that going as well. I'm going to what I'll do also, just to give it a little bit more profound. I just want people to know a little bit. They can go to my website. Where they can actually look up in terms of Michael Groves. And again, so we're not going to give up the information, of course. Mike gave me a special script, which I'm looking forward to reading the whole thing in terms of what I saw in terms of what you're doing with these actors. It's like it was a cross. I saw one acting point of a gentleman where he comes in and he's taking something from somebody he's not supposed to, and but we're not going to get the film away. But I was like, oh, I said, look at this. I said, the crossroads was like crazy.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
We just had to get it together.
Yeah.
But Mike, it's been a pleasure.
Absolutely, man.
Yeah.
I appreciate it.
Okay, I'm going to talk to you really soon.
Absolutely.
All right, let's give it up for Michael Hargrove. The movie's called again, Frank Chase in the Streets of Harlem. Thank you.
Silent night, holy night, all is calm, all is bright. Run yon virgin, mother and child, holy infant, so tender and mild. Sleep in heavenly peace. Sleep in heavenly peace.
Beautiful. Simply beautiful. All right. What's our next arrangement?
Our next selection would be Oh Come, All Ye Faithful.
I love that. You go, girls.
Oh, come, all ye faithful, joyful and triumphant. Oh, come ye to Bethlehem. Come and behold him, born the King of angels. Oh, come, let us